here we go, folks. Heatseekers challenging for the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling Heavyweight Championship here in Barboursville, Kentucky at Fire on the Mountain. And their opponents, you've heard of them, you've seen them. You know their reputation, the Rock and Roll Express, the Appalachian Mountain Wrestling champions of the tag team division. Hall of Famers, there's the music. Returning to Barboursville for the first time in decades. And listen to that crowd. These guys have won tag team gold everywhere they've gone. I believe the last time they were in Barboursville was with Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Rock and roll, rock and roll. And Ricky Morton entering the ring and having a little fun here with the crowd in Barboursville. Getting those belts on the line. Heatseekers, maybe the most definitely the most decorated tag team to face the Rock and Roll Express here in Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. And the crowd always loves the Rock and Roll Express. Sigmund Elliott. Take a trip outside the ring. And the announcements have been made. Next thing's next. Let's ring that bell and get things going here in Barboursville, Kentucky. Crowd excited. And the Heatseekers, I'm sure they're excited to get their hands on the Rock and Roll Express to get some more tag team gold. And the Rock and Roll Express excited to defend these belts. These guys, both of these tag teams, no strangers to fights, and they are here to go to war. Sigmund Elliott saying they're not going to show their hand first, so it's going to be Robert Gibson in the ring first for the Rock and Roll Express, and it looks like he's going to take on Elliott to start things off. Ref giving the signal. Bell rings. We're off and running. Championship matchup. They lock horns, and Robert Gibson quickly taking Sigmund into the corner, having to break. Taking Elliott into the corner, excuse me. Gibson taking the back. Full Nelson applied, and a little tickle there for good measure. And Elliott incensed. He is in there with an absolute warrior with decades of experience. And Robert Gibson, once again, taking the back. Misses on the haymaker attempt. Elliott gets to the rope. Gibson goes in again. They lock horns, and Elliott, the bigger. Oh, these two men trading bombs. Gibson winning that exchange, slinging Elliott into the corner, comes in with the big clothesline. And the veterans got Elliott on the ropes literally as he tags in Ricky Morton with the stomp to the foot. This one's been all Rock and Roll Express early here at Fire on the Mountain. Chance of rock and roll rarely subsided since Ricky and Robert made their way to the ring. And now, Sigmund. Gonna get his hands dirty. They lock up Ricky Morton quickly. Takes the wrist of the younger wrestler. Elliott tried to get involved for a second. Morton dodges the running attack there from Sigmund and then goes right back to that wrist, putting pressure on the shoulder, and Elliott comes out to try to tuck a fits to something, Ricky said, and maybe cost his team a little bit there. Robert Gibson back in the driver's seat now. And now Ricky's back. Sigmund trying to get to the ropes for a break, but Morton has him in the middle of the ring. Sigmund sends him off the ropes, but I think Elliott got him. Heatseekers starting to get their groove. And Morton may have been pulled down by the hair there. Morton begging the crowd. Oh, and the kip up by Morton, but he falls immediately, gets drugged back down to the ground. The tag to Sigmund. Here we go. Ricky Morton up to a knee. Morton getting his arm wrenched, but he almost looks like he likes it, calling for the crowd. Oh, but pulled back down to the ground again. Morton loves a fight. Oh, but Sigmund back to that arm of Ricky Morton. And Morton lays out Sigmund with the right hand. And Sigmund on the ropes, but comes back with the shoulder and elbow, running full speed into Morton, both men down. Where do we go from here? Both men need a tag. Sigmund misses, Gibson comes in, and Gibson nailing anything that moves and taking down the Heatseekers 1-on-2 as he's the freshest man in. Gibson got the sleeper hold in, but Sigmund gets him from behind. And now Morton taking it to Elliott. 2-on-2 now. Morton gets the leg up on Sigmund. Big knee, this could be it. They got him alone, Sigmund. He's got his foot on the ropes. No! Sigmund just pinned Ricky Morton. And if the ref didn't see it, folks, we've got new tag champs, and that looks like it's the case. Sigmund, with his feet on the ropes, pins Ricky Morton. And the Heatseekers, your new champs. And there they are, folks.